today's video, we are watching a football match from here and a football game from here. Over the next 48 hours, we are going to determine which is the superior sport, English football or American football. We will be comparing the two experiences on these 4 categories and have exclusive access at both so we can show you what it's really like over the pond. Now, we aren't trying to create Revolutionary War Part 2, but the results of this video could upset some people. So put your prediction now. Which do you think is going to win? We are in London for a football showdown. This is Snapback Experiences, our journey to find the best sports experience in the world.
Match day number 1. Yes, they just turned away the Liverpool fans.
I love it. 12:30 kickoff, which is pretty early here. It's the earliest kickoff you can get. So vibes are pretty mellow. No breakfast, just a Guinness to start the day.
How does that first drink taste?
Nectar.
We've made it outside of Selhurst Park. The most interesting thing about these English Premier League stadiums is that they just drop them in the middle of people's backyard. This vantage point shows just how different this experience is to anything else. So you have the locals, their houses, the Sainsbury's, which is essentially a gas station, food store, Buc-ee's type of thing. And then you get the executive suites. Like, you just would never find your 75-year-old grandma is coming to get her gas, and then the most famous people who are coming to the match today are then going straight up this way to their box. It's like nothing you'll ever see before, and I think it's unique to only England itself. Pete, I think I'm jumping with you.
Damn, you kind of got cooked.
All right, mate. Come on, Palace. Walking up to the Tottenham Stadium for the NFL game versus walking up to Selhurst Park for the Premier League game. I mean, just look at the absolute spectacle behind us. But then when you pan the camera around, all you see is the same thing. This stadium was dropped in the middle of a London suburb. Expressions, can I ask you a quick question? I'm a Tottenham fan.
You can.
We're comparing the Premier League versus NFL.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to an NFL game?
Yeah, bro, I was at the Super Bowl.
Yeah?
Yeah, blood, this year.
What's better, the Premier League or the NFL?
If you're looking gal, the NFL, blood, because obviously every 5 minutes the cheerleaders come out, and you know what I mean? And football's a sausage fest and that. But the actual sport, come on, the Premier League, what's man talking about?
What kind of question is that? You know what time it is?
It's the NFL time.
No, but you're asking me in an NFL jersey. Who you got? But is that Jefferson?
Yeah.
Okay.
You like Jefferson?
I love NFL. Premier League better. Obviously, I think so, but I played in the Premier League. But do I love the NFL? Of course I do. NFL's sick.
Obviously, as a British guy, you can obviously say our football.
Are you a Premier League fan, soccer?
No.
No, we don't like. So it's the round ball?
Yeah, the round ball. No, you don't like it? Only the egg ball.
I love both, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm from Ireland, love both. Big Miami Dolphins fan.
Dolphins fan. All right, what's one thing the NFL needs to add from British sports to the Premier League to make it a better product?
It's a good question, bro.
Maybe home fan sections.
Home fan
section for, you know, ultras.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. We need to get American ultras.
Yes.
It's too much of a good question on
Fair enough.
the different styles of the game.
Spot.
You put me on the spot.
I'm sorry.
Good Guinness.
Good Guinness.
Good Guinness. I bet you don't
America?
I bet you don't have it though. Do you know?
I'm sure we don't.
I bet you don't have that.
His name's Matt. He said you were constantly yapping. Give your thoughts on
Matt. You. I love you, man.
Other than Matt, give us one thing you don't like about Americans.
Other than that, every other American's great.
I love the Americans, like, positively.
Matt, that's yapping right there. That's yapping now, Matt. All right?
If you had to compare Tottenham to an NFL team, who would be your comparison?
Who's the best team in there?
Probably the Chiefs.
All right, who's the 4th best team in there?
Let's say the Ravens.
We're the Chiefs, blood. We're the Chiefs, fam, yeah?
And who's going to win today?
If Sam Darnold's going to be the Sam Darnold we've seen the last 6 weeks or 4 weeks or whatever, then I'm going Vikings because obviously I got Addison in my fantasy team. I had Jefferson over the years.
Yeah.
Who do you think's going to win?
I think the Vikings are going to win. I don't think Rodgers.
That was a silly question with you in that jersey, right? What's your name?
Casey.
Casey, my dog.
It was great to meet you.
Love to everybody out there, man.
We've heard from the fans, but now it's time to rate each experience on its uniqueness.
This might be the funniest part of the entire stadium. Forget the grocery store. Zoom in on them going through these turnstiles. There's weight limits on like roller coasters, but I've never seen a weight limit to get into a football match. All right, it's a good thing I did not eat breakfast this morning.
Make sure you note in the vlog, if you roll with Sammy, you can roll wherever you want around here. This looks like we're in
Ted Lasso.
Funny enough, Ted Lasso was based off of Selhurst Park.
Is it really?
So that's why it looks like Ted Lasso.
I was gonna say, it really
And
does.
100-year anniversary of this park.
Seriously, this is the first time you've been pitch side. You're a big soccer fan, football fan. Like, what's it feel like?
If I'm being completely honest with you, what it feels like is if I had dedicated myself to the football game instead of the YouTube game, I'd be on this pitch for real. That's honestly how it feels.
The greatest thing you can fly. You want to ask him his pre-match thoughts?
Good luck.
Why are you wishing him luck?
It was fake. I didn't mean a second of it.
That's our goalkeeper for the 2026 World Cup that we'll be at. So hit the subscribe button so you don't miss that video.
Another thing that's unique about the Premier League versus the NFL is that you can't bring beer down to your section. Everyone congregates in the concourse, grab beers, 3 beers, and then they all go down 5-10 minutes before the match, which is obviously very different.
All right, here we go. We got 12 minutes till kick, trying to get down there at least 5 minutes before. Just a hiccup. 12:20 pints done. Let's get in. We've made it into our seats. Kick is about to start. I'm absolutely buzzing. We have the perfect view of pretty much the entire pitch outside of the Fenway-type poles that cover just a small fraction of the stadium.
Palace gets a strong 8.4 for uniqueness. To start, being in England to watch a Premier League match in the 100th year of the stadium and getting pitchside access is potentially a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Let's see what the NFL's got.
If you weren't starstruck between the two stadiums on the outside, just take a comparison right now of the concourses and what it looked like at Palace, a 100-year-old stadium, and what it looks like here, which I think is like a 3 or 4-year-old stadium. Stunning. What are we doing? Skull. Okay. Skull. Oh,
I think it's.
Are you leading it?
I think it's. You're the Vikings fan. You want to hit the drum?
Skull. All right, what's your question?
So my question is, should I start Darnold or Burrow today? I'm here at the game. Burrow's my guy, but I'm here watching Darnold.
Don't start Burrow against the Ravens defense. And you're here at the game. You're practically close enough to tell him to go get you some more fantasy points.
Switch.
I hope it don't steer you wrong.
No!
We've made it to our seats, and the first thing I need to point out is there is not a bad seat in the stadium. We're in the 500 section. We're all the way up in the typical nosebleeds. But the view, at least for an NFL game here, is pristine. When I say that the English mind cannot comprehend cheerleaders, I'm being serious because yesterday at Crystal Palace we saw cheerleaders. They're the only team in the entire Prem that has cheerleaders. So when we're talking to fans, they were like, I'm just excited for the cheerleaders.
Every 5 minutes, the cheerleaders come out, and you know what I mean?
Shout out the Vikings ladies.
A flat 7 for the NFL in uniqueness, as it is always amazing seeing the American game in a foreign country, and we got to talk to the legend Daniel Sturridge. Back to Palace to rank the most important category, the fans and atmosphere.
How do you not come prepared knowing the chant? You gotta learn it by the end of the match.
This is what you get, though, when you have a stadium that is 100 years old. I kind of prefer it. That passion. This sport means everything to these people that live in South London. And when you sit in a stadium of 26,000 people, you can feel that. The vibes, the energy that you get in here is everything you want and more. And we are underway.
This is what's great about English football. It starts on time, but there is a rule. You're not supposed to be filming the match.
I thought we scored within the minute.
What I was gonna say is you're not supposed to show the match, so just be reaction, mostly reactions, but if you guys subscribe, maybe we can show some match footage. We'll give up the revenue monetization from the video. Come on, Palace.
Simicast, Gakpo, and Gakpo into a great area where it's tucked in, polished off, eagerly, gleefully.
1-0 Liverpool after probably 10 minutes, killing the atmosphere a little bit. That's unfortunate.
We'll get back to the match in our final category, but fans and atmosphere gets a 7.5. The floor for a Premier League game is always going to be high, but with the early kickoff and bad performance from Palace, it didn't allow it to creep into the 8s, as I'd imagine a regular Crystal Palace match would.
Skull!
I've never skulled before.
Skull!
My first skull.
Skull!
It really takes a minute, huh?
Skull! 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 And the NFL in London is underway. Whoa! Whoa! Got it! A little kicking in Great Britain.
Intercepted. Go! 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 Down the sideline. Touchdown!
Aaron Rodgers sucks!
The NFL gets a 7.7. The Vikings fans really showed out, and it's so fun being at these NFL international games because these English fans are just so excited and appreciative to be there, which is amazing to be with in person. Now, while both games were at half, it was time to get some food.
Selhurst Park food review. Jack told me not to look at the pizza because I assume it's going to look different than I would assume pizza looks like. So here's the big reveal. We just need a little bit more melt on the actual slice, but we'll give it a try. It could be the fact that I haven't eaten yet today, but this is absolutely fantastic. I mean, that's class.
How many pints have you had today?
Only 2 pints. Could use a little bit more crisp on the crust, but outside of that, a very, very quality slice at Selhurst Park. You need to give this a try.
All right, now tell the truth.
No, it's good. Try it.
Actually?
Yeah. Tell me it's not good.
Better than Italy. It's like a good bar buy.
Let's go bar buy.
Selhurst Park has been out of meat pies, they've been out of hot dogs,
hamburgers.
No one comes to a match to eat the food.
You know what they haven't run out of?
What?
Beer.
Pints.
Food at Palace gets a 6.1. The pizza was surprisingly amazing, but since they ran out of burgers and meat pies, it had to be deducted a bit.
Let's see if Tottenham Hotspur Stadium can compete with the brilliant Crystal Palace pizza. We've got New York buffalo chicken French fry bowl, waffle fries, popcorn chicken, ranch, and buffalo sauce. Fried French fries, obviously, fried chicken and sauce. Can't go wrong. That's banging. And we've got the double cheeseburger, a little overcooked, your run-of-the-mill stadium cheeseburger. I would say the Palace pizza, it was always gonna be tough to beat that. Neither of those beat that. That's all she wrote, folks.
NFL food only gets a 5.6. While they had a plethora of food, the burger was really not good, but the chicken fry bucket was pretty solid, which brings the overall score up a bit.
All right, second half underway.
This atmosphere needs a Palace goal like I need oxygen to live.
Jean-Philippe Mateta to Eddie Nketiah.
On, here we go, here we go.
Mateta, Eze!
Numbers here.
It's a very Eze.
That was the chance.
That was our chance. Palace fans are leaving.
It's Liverpool that want the whistle. Kamada. Konate. Liverpool are the early season pace setters in the Premier League.
Poor performance from Palace. On to the NFL we go.
The final category gets a 5.1. The gameplay was really underwhelming, and the stadium and city, you have to balance having a bit of an obstructive view with it being super cool being in an original 100-year-old English stadium. Now back to the NFL for the final time.
Sweet Caroline.
All right, here we go. Fourth quarter, Jets trail 17-10. Second down. Who do you think's going to win the game?
Vikings.
This one from 53. It is good.
All right, Jets have it at the 1. They go empty. Will they motion? That was super underwhelming.
It is good. Rodgers, quick throw, and it's intercepted. Stephon Gilmore.
Three picks. Rodgers is washed and sucks.
Ah, the Jets, man.
A brilliant time in London, and we will see you back in the studio.
7.3 for the NFL to finish things off. The new Tottenham Stadium is a thing of absolute beauty, one of the best stadiums I've ever been to without a doubt, and not a single bad seat in the house, and the game had above average gameplay.
It's time to determine which is the better experience, the Premier League or the NFL in London. Final score for Crystal Palace got a 6.59. Final score for the NFL in London got a 7.14. The NFL in London takes it down. What do you think?
I thought we had a great time. Shout out to Crystal Palace. They hooked us up. Shout out to the NFL. We had a fun time at that game. But I would say the Crystal Palace experience score came in lower than expected.
Definitely. There were a ton of factors. Number one, 12:30 kickoff. Always going to be a little mellow being the early kick. The game was not great. Crystal Palace did not put in a shift. Liverpool dominates, kills the fans and atmosphere a little bit. And then finally, I'm not sure if this happens every game, but they ran out of food.
I think the British lads, they just go and they drink pints.
They drink pints and then they eat
They
after.
get food if they can. This is what I want to say about Crystal Palace, because they did help us out. They got us pitch side, and I enjoyed working with them for this video. I think there's redemption. 100%. I think that we need to go back to Selhurst and go see a massive match. Let's compare this to the NFL for those watching, since that's what this video is about. If we watch a 6-3 game, that's a 1 o'clock kick, you're just going to lose a lot of that juice. Yeah. And because of that, I think Selhurst and Crystal Palace's score came up a little short. For the NFL, in London, Tottenham Stadium is just spectacular. The gameplay was pretty solid overall. A great experience. One that I would suggest traveling for. If I were a fan of a team and they were playing in London, make a trip out of it, would totally go out there.
And as we say every time we go to NFL International, everyone is just so excited to be there. The NFL is only comes to their country so many times. London has it more often, but still, who knows how many times they can get to it. Everyone's so excited to be there. It's an awesome atmosphere. It's not like going to MetLife where they got season tickets and they're miserable about essentially having to be there. A great time.
I have one last thing.
Can they hit the subscribe button first?
Yes, hit the subscribe button, because next week we'll be seeing Tennessee, and we've got exclusive access through the entire trip. Then Texas, Georgia. We got an amazing slate of videos coming for you guys. But a little tip. We bought our tickets online, as they don't have secondary markets, third-party markets in London. But what Crystal Palace has that was actually amazing, that one of our friends told us about after the fact, is you can buy an international membership. And I think for like 40 pounds you get a membership and 60 pounds you get a ticket. That would have saved us a lot of money. So if you didn't like the video, you don't like the result of the video, at least we're leaving it with a little nugget of value here, because next time we go over to Selhurst, I know we're going to be saving hundreds and hundreds of pounds.